In this video, I'm going to be doing a no makeup routine. First off, I start with moisturizer, and I use the First Aid Ultra Repair Cream or the Gold Bond Healing Cream. I switch off between both. And I use this very generously around my face because, again, I have really dry skin, and you also want to have a good base. And I apply mostly on my under eyes because they need it the most. Then I go with my Aquaphor for my lips. And then I use the Supergoop sunscreen. And I make sure I apply that all over my face. I used a lot here, but the more the better. Then I use the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dupe Primer. And I apply that mostly on my under eyes and around my nose. And then I drag down the rest on my cheeks and the rest of my face. And I just pat it in with my fingers. I feel like rubbing it in makes my skin worse because I have, again, dry skin. And then I go in with the NARS Radiant Concealer in the shade Macadamia. And this is the travel size because this is my first time trying it out. And shout out to the girl that shade matched me because this is like the best I've ever been like close to my shade. My method of applying concealer changes every day. Today I tried this. I also apply some around my nose because it's really red around there. Then while that sets, I'm going to be doing my brows with this spoolie and this eyebrow brush and this Eco Gel. And I just brush my eyebrows up. You guys can clearly see that they're very uneven. Freshman year me just didn't know what to do with a pair of tweezers. And if she could see me right now, she'd cry. Also had my eyebrows down. My eyebrows are thicker, but the eyebrow lady also did me dirty and thinned my eyebrows out a lot. And then I just wipe off the excess of the gel around my eyebrows. And yeah, I try to fix any like hairs or like brush them out as best as I can. And then I go with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, not damp. And I spray my face with this NYX spray. This is not the one I usually use. I accidentally took this from my sister-in-law. And I start blending out under my eyes again with a non-damp beauty blender and a sprayed face. I try to look up, press it in there to make sure I don't really have as much creases. I blend it out so good around my nose, get all the redness around my nose, and then I like to bring the excess to the top of my nose to make sure that it's not the only thing that is like a whole different shade. And I do the same thing on the other side. Blend it out with my eyes to make sure I get that lifted look, even though I don't know if it works again. Any excess that's left on the beauty blender to my cheeks and the rest of my face to even it out so it doesn't look like I'm 3 different shades. Then I spray myself again. And I air dry that, and then I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty blush in the shade Happy and apply that on my cheeks. I didn't really like how my blush turned out this day, but you know, whatever. Then I take this Real Techniques brush and spray it and then wipe off the excess and start blending it out. I love blush. Blush is literally my favorite thing in the world. Try to blend it as well as I can because I have like deep eye bags, or I don't know what you'd call them. I also blend with a beauty blender to blend out anything the brush didn't. Then I apply some on the tip of my nose, my chin, and the bridge of my nose. I'm just gonna set the blush with a powdered blush, and here I'm gonna use the Milani Luminoso, I believe, blush, and I'm using this blush brush by Real Techniques. I'm applying this to all the areas that I applied the liquid blush. And then I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Goldgasm liquid highlighter to highlight my inner corners, and then the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, my cheeks, and my cupid's bow. And I'm using this Morphe brush to apply all of that. And I only use a little bit in the inner corner because, as you guys can see, I kind of use a lot here, but a little bit goes a long way. And I blend all of this out with my fingers besides my inner corner, but for the cheek area I just use my fingers because I feel like it works best. This is me trying to contour my nose with the Too Faced chocolate bronzer and this Real Techniques brush, and I just dab a little bit and blend it on the side of my nose and bring it up to my brow bone. I'm just trying to warm up my nose because I did apply concealer here a little bit. Only use like the slightest amount. Don't go too exaggerated, or I personally don't like to go too exaggerated. But again, I don't recommend following me because I really don't know how to do this. I just wanted to add some color to my nose. And then I use a Sephora brush that I stole from my cousin and stamp a little bit of the bronzer onto my contour area, and I blend it out with this Real Techniques brush. But I only use the slightest amount. I just want to add a little bit of color so I don't look too washed out. But I literally use like a little bit. And then set it off with spraying, and then I'm gonna do mascara. And for mascara I'm using these Ilia mascaras, the volume mascara and lengthening mascara that I got from the Sephora collection. Okay guys, so that's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go follow all my socials to see the pics that I'm going to take right now. Comment down below all your socials so I can follow you guys back. I just did my hair like this. I did like a braid, and then I did a braid on this side. I think it's really cute. I don't know, I think it's so simple, but it like makes like a cute difference. My best to upload as much more now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for future videos. And yeah, comment down below what your favorite makeup item is. Okay, love you guys. Bye.